All right, let's talk about getting you hired. Today, we're going to dive into how to turn your engineering job application from just another piece of paper into a serious marketing tool. We are going to completely rethink how you present yourself so you can land the job you really want. 30 seconds. Yeah, that's it. According to our source material, your resume gets a measly 20 to 30 seconds to impress someone. If it doesn't hook them in that time, it's in the trash. I mean, think about that. That's an insane amount of pressure for one document. But hey, that's the reality of the job market today.
And that brings us to this really powerful question from Raymond Landis. If you are an employer, would you want to read this resume? Seriously, this is the one question you have to keep asking yourself. It's the ultimate test. It's not about just listing facts. It's about creating something that's actually interesting to read.
So here's our game plan. We'll tackle that 30-second challenge head-on. Then we'll pick the right resume blueprint for you. We're going to get into the nitty-gritty details that actually get you noticed, master the whole digital job hunt, craft the perfect pitch, and then figure out your next move. All right, first things first, we have to build a solid foundation. And that means choosing your resume's structure. You can think of it like picking the architectural plan for your entire career story. And really, you've got two main options, chronological and functional. Let's see how they stack up.
Okay, so let's break down your choices. The chronological format, well, that's your classic timeline. It's super straightforward and shows a really clear career path. It's perfect if your job history is pretty steady. The functional format, though, is a whole different beast. It's built around your skills. It groups your experience under big headings like project management, which is awesome for career changers or pros with a ton of diverse experience, because it puts your best stuff right at the top.
So you've picked your blueprint. Now it's time to actually build the house. And your building materials, those are the details, the actual content you put in your resume. This is where we go from a decent structure to a document that flat out sells your skills.
Okay, just look at this. The difference is night and day, right? The first objective is just full of fluffy buzzwords that mean nothing. Challenging, dynamic, growth. Who isn't looking for that? But the improved version, bam, it's laser focused. It tells them exactly who you are and what you do. The big takeaway here is that being specific gets you noticed.
And this right here, this is the power of numbers. Considerable savings is okay, I guess, but it's totally forgettable. But saving a company an average of $315,000 a year, now that is a concrete achievement an employer can sink their teeth into. It's tangible, it's impressive, and it makes you look like you get results. Now let's talk about your wording. You've got to ditch passive phrases like was involved with or was responsible for. It just sounds weak. Instead, hit them with strong action verbs. Think designed, developed, coordinated, implemented. These words make it sound like you were the one driving the action. It completely changes the energy of your resume. Now, if you're just starting out, you might be thinking, I don't have enough to fill a whole page. Don't sweat it. Here's your strategy. Lean into your education. Talk about relevant classes, team projects, your senior project, include academic stuff, volunteer work, any engineering clubs you're part of. And hey, don't forget formatting. Just playing with the margins and line spacing can help you build a really full, professional-looking one-page resume.
Okay, let's switch gears a little and talk about the first person who reads your resume. Because in today's world, chances are it's not a person at all. It's a computer. And to get past these digital gatekeepers, you have to master the electronic resume and the science of keywords.
This is just how it works now. Your resume gets scanned and sucked into a giant database. When a company has a job opening, they don't read every single application. No way. They search that database using keywords for the job. And if your resume doesn't have those words, it's like it doesn't even exist. It will never be seen by human eyes.
So what does that mean for you? It means keywords are everything, absolutely crucial. If a company is searching for an HVAC layout expert, your resume better have that exact phrase in it. You have to do your homework, find those industry standard terms, and tailor your keywords for every single job you apply for.
Okay, so your resume is now a lean, mean, keyword-optimized machine. But it's not done yet. It needs a partner in crime, the application letter. This is where you get to add your personality, tell a story, and make a direct pitch for why you are the perfect person for the job.
So let's get one thing straight. There's a cover letter, and then there's a full application letter.
A simple cover letter is just a quick, "Hello, here's my resume." But a full application letter, that's a sales pitch. It connects the dots for the employer between your experience and what they need. Trust me, unless they specifically tell you not to, always go with the full application letter. It's your best shot to make a real case for yourself.
And here's the formula. It's a simple 3-step plan. Step 1 is the hook. Grab their attention and do it fast. Step 2, your qualifications. This is where you connect your skills directly to the job, pointing out the best parts of your resume. And finally, the close. Make it super easy for them to call you for an interview and end with real enthusiasm.
All right, that was a ton of information, I know. We've designed the resume, packed it with killer content, optimized it for the robots, and paired it with a killer pitch. So let's wrap this all up into a clear, simple action plan.
Here it is, your go-to checklist for success. For your design, pick the blueprint that tells your story best. For your content, get specific, use numbers, and load it up with strong action verbs. For keywords, think like a computer so you can get seen by a human. For your letter, write that full-on pitch, not just a simple cover note. And finally, the review. Always, always come back to that one critical question. Would I want to read this?
Look, your resume is not a static thing you write once and then forget about. It's a living document. It should grow and change as your career does. So I'll leave you with this question. Take a look at your own resume right now. What's one powerful action verb you can add today to make it that much stronger?